Welcome to class 6 of the series. In today's class, the final session of the series, we can always use the chair if we need to, but we're going to do a practice whereby the chair is not the first option. And you just take your time with it. If you need to use the chair, of course, please do this, but you don't have to. So we will start by coming into child's pose. And you may wish to have your knees together or your knees apart, and bringing your chest down towards your thighs and taking your arms in front. Now take a few moments just to feel how it is to breathe without changing your breath. Do you feel your breath more on the right side or the left side of your back? Can you feel your breath in the back of your body, including your rib basket and your lower back? And now let's take 5 breaths here. And see how it is to take a full breath in and feel your belly expand and your rib basket expand as you breathe in. And then feel the muscles returning to their resting length as you breathe out. Let's take 4 more breaths. And then bring your hands in and push down through your hands to come up and onto all fours. As you breathe in, lift your sit bones, lift your chest and head. And breathing out, rounding your back. 2 more here. Last one. Now breathing in, lift your sit bones, lift your chest and head. And as you breathe out, bring your left knee in towards your face and feel your abdominals engage in here. As you inhale, bring your knee down, lift your sit bones, lift your chest and head. And exhale, bring your right knee in towards your face. Bring your knee down as you lift your sit bones, your chest and head. And exhale, take your knee in. Left knee moving in. Inhale back down to lift your sit bones, your chest and your head. And breathing out, bring your right knee in. And then come back onto all fours. And now we take the right arm underneath the left and come onto your right ear. Let's take 2 more breaths here, just allowing the arms to rest somewhat. And then push down through your left hand as you come back up onto all fours. And slide your left arm underneath your right. And with your breathing, you may wish to breathe in and out through your nostrils. Or breathe in through your nostrils and purse your lips as you breathe out through your mouth. And if nostril breathing isn't available to you, of course, breathe with your mouth. And then push down with your right hand as you come back onto all fours. And come up for a moment into this kneeling position. So at this point, you can take the chair and use the chair as a support with your left hand. Or you can do this without the chair as you bring your left foot forward. And if your foot arrives somewhere in the middle, help it along with your left hand and come on up. Now, with your hand either resting on the chair, your left hand, or you can have your left hand by the side of your torso. Just notice if you need to put something underneath your right knee, and please place a cushion here if that's bothersome. Now as you inhale, reach with either both arms or with only your right arm if you're using the chair. And take 2 more breaths like this. Feeling your left foot rooting down, and if possible, your right toes are tucking under. And then with either your left hand resting on the seat of the chair, or bring your left hand around your right wrist. As you breathe out, lean to the left side. Feel how the deep layers of your abdomen are helping to keep you balanced here. And also how the muscles around your sit bones are helping out. Inhale, coming back up. And as you breathe out, bring your hands down. We come back onto all fours. And let's switch sides. So we take the right foot in between the hands. Help your foot along if you need to. And then coming up. If you're using the chair, the right hand will go to the seat of the chair. If not, as you inhale, lift both arms. Now take some moments here. And if you need a reminder of how it feels to have the deep layers of your abdomen supporting your balance, take a breath in through your nostrils. And purse your lips as you breathe out and feel how your abdomen responds. This drawing in. Bring your right hand around your left wrist. And as you breathe out, lean to the right side. 2 more breaths here. And then coming back up, lift with your arms. And then take your hands down and come back onto all fours. And for a moment, come into child's pose. Full breath in. And a long breath out. And coming on to all fours once again. Now, for the first time in this series, we're going to come into downward facing dog with the option of not using the chair. Of course, if you prefer to use the chair, then you can. But I'm going to show you now how we can do this without the chair. So the hands are down on the mat and the first finger is facing towards the front edge of the mat here. And when you're ready, tuck your toes under and lift your hips, lifting your knees as you take your hips back and lowering your head. Let's do this one more time. So you bring your knees down and your hands are around about shoulder distance apart. and your knees around about hip distance, and you tuck your toes under to lift your knees. This lifts your hips up and back, and so you're making this triangle shape. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Of course, bend the knees as much as you need to. Let's take an inhale through the nostrils and then purse your lips and blow out through your mouth. Begin to walk your feet forward and your hands towards your feet and rolling up to stand. And just take a few moments now. I'll turn to face towards you. And notice how it is to stand here with your feet rooting down and the crown of your head gently lifting up. And now, opening your eyes, if your eyes were closed, bring your weight onto your left foot and spread your toes there. Feel the base of your big toe, the base of your little toe, and your heel rooting down. And we'll take the right foot by the side of the left foot and on the ball of the right foot here. Just feel how this is, and gently lift up through the left hip. And then if you wish, you can bring your right foot on top of your left foot, or maybe you'd like to bring your right foot to the inside of your left calf. And bring your palms together and push through your palms. Now it doesn't matter how much you're wobbling, rather just connect with your intention to be still. And that doesn't mean physically still, it means to be focused, even if you're wobbling. And if you need to, bring your foot back down. One more breath. And then bring your right foot flat to the floor. Spread your right toes. Now feel the base of your right big toe, base of your right little toe and heel rooting down. And come onto the ball of your left foot, which is next to your right. Now the right side is gently lifting up and rooting down. And if you wish, you can bring your foot on top of your right foot or to the inside of your right calf and bring your palms together. Connecting with your intention to be focused and not berating yourself if you're wobbling. Two more breaths here. And then coming down. Feet around about hip distance apart and soften your knees. And now bring the backs of your hands together. We're going to do a movement I like to call the water fountain arms. And as you breathe in, feel that you're drawing energy up. And you open your chest, you open your arms. And as you breathe out, rounding your back, bring the backs of your hands together. So as you inhale, drawing the energy up, and exhale, releasing what's no longer needed. Two more times here. Feeling the rounding in your back, the lifting, these gentle undulating movements. And then come up to stand. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. So facing the front edge of your mat. Inhale, reach with your arms. And exhale, soften your knees and bow forward. Inhale, lengthen your legs, hands to your shins or the floor. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands to the floor and come onto all fours. As you breathe in, lift your sit bones, lift your chest and head. And breathing out, come into child's pose. Inhale, coming onto all fours. Now as you exhale, tuck your toes under. Lift your knees. Use your powerful legs to lift your hips and come into downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Of course, you can come into child's pose or be on all fours if this is more available. And then begin to walk your hands and your feet towards one another. Soften your knees. And slowly start to come up to stand. And as you inhale, reach with your arms. And exhale. Let's do some of that once again. Inhale, reaching up. And breathing out, folding forward, feet rooting down, head becomes heavy. Inhale, lengthen into the back of your body to look forward. And breathing out, bring your hands flat to the floor and come onto all fours. Inhale, lift your sit bones, lift your chest and head. Now exhale, come into child's pose. Inhale, come onto all fours. You may wish to stay here or tuck your toes under and lift your hips and come into downward facing dog. One more breath here. And then bring both knees down and make your way into sitting just for a moment. And bring your belly towards your thighs. Let's take 3 breaths, breathing into the spine, feeling the breath traveling up from the base of your spine and out through the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, breath traveling down your spine and out through the base. And then coming up. And let's come to lie down on the front now. So we bring the forearms in front and the elbows are in line with the nostrils here. And feel your toes reaching back and the crown of your head reaching forward. And take a breath in through your nostrils. And as you breathe out, purse your lips and blow out through the mouth and feel your abdominals switching on here. Now keep your abdominals gently switching on as you inhale and lift your chest and slightly lift your head for this low cobra movement. If you feel any compression in your back, if it's pinching here, then lower down. Just take 2 more breaths. And then coming down. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. And come to lie down on your back. So with your knees bending now, bring your hands to your abdomen and feel that your lower back can be close to the floor. Now, as you inhale, bring your left knee in. As you exhale, tap the left toe down. The left big toe moves to the mat. And we do that again. And then switch sides. Keeping your lower back on the mat or close to the mat as you tap your right big toe to the mat. Inhale back in. And exhale out. You can continue with this option or bring both feet off the floor. And as you exhale, keep your lower back close to the mat and tap your left toes either on the mat or close to the mat. Inhale back up and exhale, tap your right big toe. Inhale back up. Exhale, tap your left. Inhaling up. And exhale, tap your right. One more round. And then bring both knees in. Take your arms around your knees. Feel your breath in your lower back. And when you're ready, bring your feet down onto the mat. You can always outstretch your legs, and you may wish to even put something behind your knees. Take these last few moments to soften in your back, in your face, in your hands and your feet. And acknowledge the time and effort you've made today to do this class, and also the time and effort you've dedicated to this series. And when you're ready, you may wish to stay here and pause the video, or roll onto one side and push down through your top hand. And coming up to sit. Thank you for practicing with me.